Raquel, my name is Monica. It is very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Okay, so I just talked to your mom, and she has told me about the situation that's going on at school. She told me that you don't want to go to school, and she has also told me that she's seen some signs in your body that she doesn't like it. It looks like you've been hurting yourself, and you've said that those just being careless accidents. So I am going to start asking you a few questions. If you don't like any of the questions, just let me know, okay?
Okay.
Um, so I want also you to know about our confidentiality policy, um, which means that everything that's going to be talked here is going to stay between you and me. Just with one exemption. If I hear something that is going to cause you to harm yourself or harm others, or maybe others are trying to harm you, I will have to report that. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So, what country are you from, Raquel?
We're from Ecuador.
Oh, nice. I'm from Mexico. Yeah, so how do you like living in the United States?
Well, a lot different. My dad's been living here for a while, and we came here 2 years ago. Um, Ecuador is in South America, and we're from the capital. Very beautiful. There's a lot of mountains, and the weather's nice, and all of our relatives are still there.
Oh, I see. And do you visit, have you visited Ecuador since you came here to the United States?
Um, no, no, we haven't visited since we've been here.
Okay. Have you adjusted to the American culture, or you keep the Ecuadorian culture at home?
My parents are very strict, especially my mom. My mom wants us to live like under certain standards, especially because we're Christians. Um, she says that it's not about the American culture or the Ecuadorian culture, it's about obeying God.
So I can see that you've been raised in a Christian family, and you are basically Christian.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
So can you tell me a little bit about things that have been going on at home?
Well, it's hard being at home right now.
Why is it hard? Is it because of grandma?
Yeah. My mom's always stressed because she's giving grandma this attention because my grandma's sick.
So you think your mom is stressed and she's been giving grandma all the attention?
Yeah. Sometimes I want to spend time with her, but most of the time she can't because my grandma's always complaining or yelling. My mom says we need to understand that grandma's sick, so she needs a little bit more help.
Like things are difficult with grandma at home. Has there ever been a time that you feel your mom is not taking care of you or your of the house because of grandma?
Well, she's always busy doing things. She's always handling my grandma. Sometimes she gets stressed and she'll yell at me or my dad.
Yes, because of the situation with grandma.
Yeah, and my grandma will like hide things, and then she'll like start yelling, saying that we stole her stuff or her clothes or money. And then my grandma will get mad at my mom because she wants my mom to yell at me, and my mom doesn't. So,
Let me ask you something else, Raquel. Is there enough food at home? Do you have enough clothes? Are you prepared for the winter?
Yeah. My dad works very hard, and my mom always makes sure that we have dinner together as a family. We did go shopping recently. My mom likes to take my grandma out. We go to the mall to kind of, distract her. But grandma's always with us, and I wish I had more mom and daughter time.
Was it different before Grandma came to live with you?
Things got worse when grandma came. Um, things changed a lot when we came here from Ecuador. Um, it wasn't easy, but I had my mom.
Yes, that you have not because of Grandma anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you told me that you came here in 2016. Tell me more about that story.
Well, my dad came here when I was 6, and my mom and I stayed in Ecuador until he could bring us here in 2016. Things weren't really the way I thought they were going to be. Uh, I wanted to be with my dad since he was here for so long without us, and I didn't know it was going to be that hard. And I don't know why I have to live in a country where I have no friends.
Your mom said that you don't want to go to school.
I don't like that school.
Why you don't like that school?
I don't have any friends. No one wants me there. At the beginning, it wasn't that hard because my mom used to tell me, give us some time, maybe things will change. But at least I had her there. Like we used to do things together. I used to have friends at church too. But now my mom's always busy with grandma and no one cares. No one cares about me. She can hardly take me to piano classes because grandma's always yelling.
You feel that no one cares, and that's because mom has to give all the attention to Grandma.
Yeah.
She's not all the time available for you.
Yeah, my mom's stressed and busy all the time.
And you told me that no one likes you at school. Why did you say that, Raquel?
Because no one likes me there. I don't have any friends. Every day I go to school and they make fun of my accent. They ignore me and pretend like they don't understand me. And this girl told me to go back to my country one time. They're mean. They have sleepovers and I'm never invited, and then they'll talk about them in front of me. It makes me sad. Why should I keep going?
Has anyone at school hurt you physically?
Not physically, but they did do something bad.
You want to talk about it?
Well, I thought this boy was interested in me, and I was happy about it. But then I found out it was something that my classmates came up with to prank me. They were laughing at me, and I couldn't stand that. So I cut myself.
So you're saying that because of the prank your friends, your classmates did to you, you cut yourself?
I think so. I mean, I did it so I can try to control my emotions better. I hurt myself imagining that it was one of them. It made me feel better for a moment, but I just ended up regretting it.
And why haven't you talked to your parents about the situation at school?
Because they don't have time for me. Whenever I try and say something, my grandma will get mad and then interrupt. And then when my mom comes to talk to me about it, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So in other words, the situation at home with grandma has been preventing you from telling your parents what's happening to you at school.
Yeah.
And so, how is mom acting with you? She ever has she ever told you uh, hurtful things to you?
Well, my mom's very strict, and she does get very stressed because of grandma. So she's always asking me if I'm like doing bad things or not. So I don't feel like she trusts me, and that makes me sad too.
And what about your dad? Where is your dad when your mom is busy with grandma?
Well, he's working. He's working, or he's going to his men's group, or he's, watching TV or movies.
Has anybody touched your body in an inappropriate way?
No.
And have you ever been spanked at home by your parents?
Well, my parents spanked me when I did something wrong, but that was back home in our country. My dad never did it. It was my mom, but she knows that it's not allowed here in this country.
Have you ever gotten any bruise from being spanked?
No.
Do you know if anyone at home does drugs or alcohol?
My parents don't. No. My mom always told me about the dangers of drinking or doing drugs, so I know they're not good.
Do you have any other relationships outside of mom and dad? Um, Friends, family?
I have friends at church. I have my aunt that I talk to occasionally when my mom's yelling at me or not wanting to talk to me because she's too busy with grandma.
Um, do you see your friends at church?
Yeah, when we used to go to church.
Um, how often do you go to church?
Not that often now that grandma is living with us. It's hard to bring her places and get out when she's always yelling.
Is there any place where you feel well at all? Like something happens to you, do you have any place to go?
Yeah, I usually go to my room. I spend a lot of time in my room. I stay there. I mean, my dad sometimes wants to do things, but I don't want to do the things that he wants to do.
What kind of things he wants to do with you?
He wants to take me to Home Depot or, watch a movie that he wants to watch. So I'll just stay in my room.
So Raquel, from what you just told me, I can see that you've been going through difficult times, and I can understand the reason why you've been doing those things that you've been doing, and you've been so disappointed. I understand because the situation may cause you a lot of stress and disappointment. So I can see that we need to work on different things here if you are willing to work. So I need to know what would you like your life to be now? How would you like to?
Well, I'd like to go to church, to continue to go to church. And, I'd like to have friends, not be so mean to me, and especially spend more time with my mom so she's not always with grandma.
Like, remember at the beginning I told you that about our confidentiality policy, and I told you that if I see that there are signs of you are harming yourself or trying to harm others, or someone is trying to harm you, I will have to report it. I can see that the situation needs to be reported because what your classmates at school are doing is called bullying. And we need to take actions about this. and because this girl who is doing this at school, she needs help also, and we need to prevent her from harming other kids. So it is very important for you to talk to your parents about the situation. And since you've been telling me that because of grandma you don't have a conversation with your mom, what about we invite mom to come now and you can tell her the situation uh, instead of me being the person who tells her?
Yeah, I'll talk to her about it. Only if you're here, though.
Yes, of course, I will be here. Um, just let me tell you something else and we will come on and we can talk to her about the situation. I just want you to know that we can work on a plan to get things better in your life, to help you get adjusted to the country, to get um, help you to manage this situation at school, and also we can find resources for mom so she can get help with grandma. There are many resources for the elderly, and that way mom will have more time to be with you, to spend with you, and she will be able to take you to church. You will be able to go back with your friends. I think your church is a good support system that you have, and you should continue that relationship with friends at church. I also think that it is important that you continue communication with your aunt, um, to keep talking to her. If there's anything you want to talk, tell her. She will help you. That's another good support system that you have. And so we can work, we can plan more things uh, as we continue meeting. But now it is important for us to talk to your mom.
Okay.
Okay, so let's call mom.
All right.
Okay.